the mall, get my mom some flowers and a card for Mother's Day. And my wife perfume flowers, and right, I'm just telling you my thoughts. And right then, dude, oh, my stomach, man. My stomach bent me over. And it was like I had food poisoning, like intense food poisoning. And so I bent down, man, and like within seconds, like all my energy is being pulled out of me, just being pulled out of me. And I'm so scared. I don't have a telephone, I don't have a cell phone. I'm on top of this hill. I look up and I see the 3 guys kicking the soccer ball around. So I took a deep breath and I went to yell for help. So I took a deep breath. And nothing came out, bro. And I was like, dude, I'm destined to die. You know, I knew what was happening. And so my next thought was to roll down the hill, to get off the stump and roll down the hill so somebody could see me. You know what I mean? So at least somebody could see something happen. And didn't really do that. And I'm sitting there, man. It's like waves coming over me, dude. Waves. A wave. I've never been scared, man. Because when you're in a gang, the leader of a gang, you can't be scared. Because if you're scared, then the rest behind you are gonna have fear in it. So I can never be scared. So 10 years of being this gang leader, I was scared. Because something was happening to me that has never happened before. I was helpless. So that's the thing. The first wave was scared. I was scared. And the next one was helpless. Helplessness just came over like nothing you could do. And then another wave came over and it was loneliness. Out of all my little homies and all my uncles, the killers, and all the girls that I was with, all my friends and buddies, I was by myself. And the loneliness, man, it was crazy. It was like, man, I'm by myself. And so I put my, see how I'm sitting right now? I'm sitting flat, but the stump was about this high, probably a little bit higher, about as high as here. So as I'm sitting on it, perched on it. And so I put my head down, shake it off tight, and it's okay. Lay down and just think. And I shook it off. You know, I'm gonna fire up my life. And all of a sudden, brother, I see myself laying in the dirt with like foxtails and weeds and stuff all on me. And it was weird. I can't explain to anybody, but I seen it. And all of a sudden I'm in darkness. Total darkness. It wasn't hell, wasn't no lights. And then my little boy was running around right here. At the time he was 1 year old, he was a baby. And all of a sudden he just came. And I seen his whole life, bro. I seen him going from 1 year old, 2 years old, you know, the whole life. I seen the T-ball, the fishing, the riding the bike. I seen his whole life. And the sadness, knowing that I was never going to see him again, and teach him and be there with him, it was so overwhelming, bro. It was the most saddest thing that's ever happened to me. And I pleaded. I said, I love him too much to let him live. Right after that, man, I just seen his family, and then it just went away. And then about 1 million times more sadness came. I'm talking about a wave, brother, like you wouldn't believe. The sadness that I had that I was never going to see my son again didn't compare to what just hit me. What was coming was I wasn't going to heaven. And it's crazy because I didn't believe in heaven. I didn't believe in heaven. I didn't believe in hell. I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in Satan, devil. And all of a sudden I have this knowledge that I'm not going to heaven. And the sadness of that is so overwhelming. And that's the one part of my whole revelation that I wish I could plug into every person I talk to feel this not going to heaven part. All of a sudden, like my energy, my life, energy, whatever it is fading away. It's like this is the last energy that I had in whatever state I was at. And the words that came out of my mouth were, have mercy. Jesus, have mercy. Bam! Right when I said that, dude, you know, the back of my head's hurt. My eyes are closed, but it's hurting. And I open my eyes, bro, and there's nothing but blue sky. And power lines going over me, dude. I'm like tripping. I'm like bewildered because I don't know. I can't understand what's going on because I knew I died. I knew I wasn't going to see my son anymore, and I knew I wasn't going to heaven. And now my head's hurting, you know. So as I'm staring up. I don't know, staring up. I heard, sit up. Oh, sounds good. Love you, brother. Yep. Okay.
Have a good night, champ.
I'll see you, buddy.
Brian, have a good night, brother.
Got caught slipping. I thought somebody came up from behind me.
He's having me wear a condom.
I don't know. Hey, can you wash your hands?
I watched him like you're done.
So I figured I got caught slipping. So as I'm looking back behind me, sitting up to see who caught me slipping. There was no one there. When I came back this way, that pole that I was sitting on was right in front of me. I got chills and tingles and so all my body, bro. Because I know I just gave kind of second chance, right? And if I ever take you guys up to this hill, you'll really trip because you'll see how you're sitting because you're perched up on this thing's high. So if I was to fall or black out or faint or whatever, I would either fall forward or I'll fall sideways. But I was backwards, and not just I was backwards, I was beyond the point. You know what I mean? Even if I fell back, I would fall back right on top, you know, kind of right there. But I was away from it. So stand up, you know, still holding back of my head because it was hurt. And a strong, violent wind came to me. Just blowing. And there's no image, there's no angel, there's no nothing. It's just a strong, violent wind. And I'm staring into it. And then that's when he speaks and says, I am the only one who can save you. It doesn't matter how you die, when you die, or where you die. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is when you die is if you're with me or if you're with him. And this is the scariest part. You shall have no relationship with Lucifer. And I be with him and call on me, I will not hear you. I never knew his name was Lucifer. Never knew his name was Lucifer. I always thought it was devil or Satan. It took time for me to click. Lucifer. And he said, when I be with him, call on me, I will not hear you. Tell them to come to me today. Tomorrow, next month, not next year, because it's too late. Tell them there are no second chances. And that was the hardest thing for me to tell anybody when they happened to me. Tell them there are no second chances. But here I was given a second chance. You know what I mean? So I've always not wanted to say that to people because I've got a second chance. So how do I tell them there's no second chances? I got a second chance, but I have to tell you. Tell them there are no second chances. Tell them to live life within me. Go where you want to go, eat what you want to eat. I didn't understand to eat what you want to eat part either at the time. But live life within me. Love who you love, tell them you love them, and show them you love them, and leave nothing to return. Oh my God, and I'm standing there, bro. My legs are shaking like a son of a gun, bro. You know, and I look down at the hill that I just ran up. It's a steep hill, Kendall Hill. I look at the way that I usually go, and it's too long, dude. If I would have ran, I would have had to go all the way down this hill to the street to Kendall, and then all the way to the front of my apartments and back in. And I was too weak to do it. I said, go. Go. And the first step I took, I looked and my arm was just full of blood and splinters because I guess when I flew back off of the stump, my arm scraped down the telephone. And I didn't know it. And the second step I took, names just started downloading. All my little buddies from the gang, my wife, my mom, Shad, everyone who I needed to talk to about Jesus Christ. And it was crazy, bro, because at that time I didn't believe in God. When I ran up that hill, I didn't believe in God. Now all of a sudden I need to tell people about Jesus Christ. The third step I took, I was at the bottom of this hill. And bro, when I say I'm at the bottom, when I tell you I'm at the bottom of this hill, dude, I look back up at this hill and I just start bawling. We're talking about crying to where I can't even.
They screw like rabbits.
I'm crying like mad because I'm like, there's no way. So as I continue to walk around behind Shannon Hills to the apartments, there's a metal gate like that. Metal gate like that, but not the top part. It's all black. And I get to it, and I walk it just like this to it. Stop, take my head off my head, and I go like this. Hey, because I want to see if this is real. If I feel this, that's exactly what did me. I cried all the way to the apartments, man. Just walking to the apartments. And I get into my bathroom. And I'm looking in the mirror.